Hello everyone. It is me Shockman. You may have seen my last two videos. If not, I don't blame you. Anyways, today I am getting a juju shortbow. The second best bow in hypixel skyblock. The ultimate goal for this is for me to be able to grind master mode dungeons and get the best loot possible, because as you can see, I am more broke than the children who worked in the coal mines. It is also because I am mad at the admins for something they did 2 years ago. I once had this godly weapon at my disposal. I grinded every day to get the requirements for this weapon, and later the admins changed it. I quit skyblock for 1 year because of school. I am now on vacation and will dedicate 100% of my time to hypixel skyblock. For a long time I used unstable dragon armor, and didn't even know how to use it. Then I completed floor 5 of dungeons for the first time and unlocked 2 things I was aiming for, shadow assassin armor and the livid dagger. I thought that with this new setup I would be able to complete tier 2 enderman bosses, but failed miserably. You see, in skyblock there are slayers. You pay this guy money, and you have to kill mobs until the boss spawns. If you kill it, you level up and possibly get rare items, like the judgment core, used to craft the Terminator, the best bow in the entire game, but that's a grind for another time. The point is, I couldn't beat a tier 2 boss, so I stuck with tier 1, which was easier than breathing. It was also not worth the loot table, since it was horrible, so I hired a guy that volunteered to do tier 3 enderman until I leveled up to enderman slayer level 4, which unlocked final destination armor, the best armor for killing enderman. Once I reached enderman slayer level 4, I maxed out the armor as much as I could and could finally solo a tier 2 after years of failure. By the time I was writing this video, I was halfway to enderman slayer level 5, and you may be wondering, Shockman, how did you suddenly get good at the game? Well, you see, apart from getting a god tier PC, I figured out a strategy to kill tier 2 enderman slayer, aka, watching tutorials. I would first go to the zealot bruiser hideout, then farm zealots for around 1 to 2 minutes until the boss spawned. I placed down my monoflux power orb and tanked through its hits phase by hitting it myself. Then I would use the armor and sword abilities which needed soul flow to activate until the next hit phase. Then I would repeat this process until the boss threw beacons. This was no problem though, as I only had to go next to it for it to break. And this is how I managed to solo a tier 2 for the first time. I proceeded to kill enderman for 2 days straight until I finally reached enderman slayer level 5, and unlocked the juju shortbow. By the time the grind started, I was bankrupt and could not even afford a clean juju shortbow off of the auction house. Thankfully, these endermen that I was killing dropped the occasional summoning eye, which sold in the bazaar for decent money, so I managed to get a juju shortbow for 28 million coins, and made it shiny by enchanting it, and I ended up being more bankrupt than I was before. Thankfully, that was no problem. I did a couple of floor 4 dungeon runs and did not get any decent loot. I tried floor 6 but there weren't any parties, so I left for the night. The next day, I tried a solo floor 3, and got an S, which isn't the best, especially considering that Paul was mayor at the time, but it was still something I did not do before, and I was happy with it.